Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first mission of the Su-25G September 2024 playthrough campaign. The campaign is Georgian Oil War, and I have already stated the rules and the limitations in the previous video called Introduction. So, the reason for the war is once again oil and greedy politicians and corrupt military. That is the reason for all wars in the world, since the dawn of time until the very last human on earth. Corrupt politicians, greedy generals, and yeah. And please do not discuss any political, religious, subject on my channel. They will be deleted without warning. The very first mission is according to DCS called HOR Tasking Order Alpha 03.4. I do not know what that means, but hey, let's press restart. Yes, that is what the mission is called. And our very first mission is CAS, close air support. That is the front line. We are moving from the northwest down through Georgia. Allied flight to Mi-24s. Situation: command requires updated reconnaissance of Bamishal, I believe it is. Navigate to the annotated location and engage high-value targets in the vicinity of the recon objective. Objective: navigate to between waypoint 5 and waypoint 6 and engage targets of opportunity. Our threat is... Q&A 760, Sochi Adler. And I have my notepad up here. Sochi Adler. I believe the Olympics was one held in Sochi. No, Formula 1 in Sochi. And I do not need to write down the frequency since it is a Flaming Cliff module. So let's go. If I press mission planner, I'm afraid that I will be able to see where the enemies are, because what I want to see is the total route length. But I'm afraid I can't do that without borderlining cheating. So yeah. Artillery, infantry, tanks. No SAMs, no man-pads. Doubt it. The problem here with this kind of campaign is that I'm actually fighting against similar units. 203s, BM-21s, T-72s. One way to distinguish between friend and foe is that if the enemy tanks are pointing towards you, it is most likely an enemy. If the enemy tanks are pointing away, if you are going the same way at the tank, it is most likely a friendly. But no guarantees. And you can see there is a mix between NATO units and equipment. So plus 19 in degrees. Front line. This is just typical Eagle Dynamics DCS briefings. Absolutely no route no waypoint, nothing. It is just literally a line on a map that shows nothing. Briefings like these are just utter pathetic. I do not have any other word than pathetic. It is. I have seen user-made free campaigns that is many times better than this. But hey, you got what you got. My loadout is the Mercury pod, that is the thermal pod, B-13 rockets, Vickers, CAS 29 cluster, and of course my built-in cannon, and R60Ms. So, okay, apparently I'm starting on the runway, all loaded up, hot start. So I want to start rolling, take off, and I need to make sure that I'm on the left side of the runway center to avoid crashing into my wingman. Also, when I take off, I still need to make sure that I do not fly in front of my wingman. So when I take off, I will be swaying a bit to the left just to give him enough room. And on the ground, I will set my waypoint to waypoint 1, waypoint 5 and 6. I need to turn it up a bit.
Command to 105. Feel free to engage any targets of opportunity, but remember you must recon the area between waypoint 5 and 6. Out.
And how are you gonna recon the area between waypoint 5 and 6? Just fly in between waypoint 5 and 6. That is how DCS does reconnaissance. Full flaps, gear down. Instrument looks okay. Turn off scratch pad. Waypoint 1 is selected. Everything looks good. Flight control check. I can see my flaps and ailerons moving. Speed brake or air brake. And no radar is pinging me right now on the spoke. So, full brake. Up to 80%. Everything looks fine. Release brakes, full throttle. Airspeed alive. $200. $250, $260, pulling back on the stick, holding, 300, airborne, gear up, positive rate of climb, moving a bit to the left, flaps up one step, stabilizing due to the lack of flaps, trimming out, flaps full up, trimming out. And automatic flight control. He is rejoining. I need to make sure or take a look where he is. I cannot see him. Most likely he is just behind me and following me. There he is. He's either gonna do a 360 or he's gonna turn right now. No, he's gonna do a 360. Yeah, and then catching up with me. Now I need to make sure that she is flying correctly and need to have an eye on my airspeed. And still nothing on the spool. That means no radar is pinging me. That is waypoint 2 in 21 kilometers. Speed 510. And my altitude pressure needs to go up a bit to 760. Turning off spool, turning on, volume up, volume down, and sunscreen on the Viper, on the hot, sorry. And there's the coastline. And too high speed, throttling back. The shaking is compressibility. That means you're flying too fast. So you need to let go of the throttle a bit. Waypoint 4. So 5 and 6 is inland. Yeah, I'm being pinged by, being pinged by a radar, most likely the radar at Gudata Airport. Waypoint 3 and 4. 4 is IP. And DSM and on. ECM I do not have. Let's see if the wingman have ECM on.
Звено, включи трэп.
And wingman in DCS is also very bad. I often use them as bait. So let them fly in first and watch where all the air defense come from, and then either stay out of the way or dive and kill the air defense. Waypoint 3. Waypoint 4 is the IP. Where's my wingman? So the plan here is to loiter around waypoint 4 around IP and just get a feel for the terrain and for the situation. Okay? Autopilot off. Manual O to waypoint 4. Increasing speed a bit. There he is. Air to ground mode. EO is on. Thermal on. If they are useful. Oi, air defense. AAA. Wow. Green and red treasures. I need to watch my fuel. It is very tempting to order the wingman to engage air defenses, but could be a bit too early. I want to get some altitude, because if any missiles is firing at me, I want to be able to dive toward the ground. And see the valley in the mountains. The valley in the mountain. After that, where there is a little crest out there. Around that area is waypoint 5 and 6. So I need to get all the way out there. But as you saw before, there's plenty of AAA out there. So yeah, one way to avoid the AAA is to just go high. Right now I've got a pretty good angle. So I want to straighten up, look down the valley or along the mountain and see if I can see anything. I may not be able to identify, but I'll get an idea of what I'm flying into. Huh. Yay! Yeah. Yeah, I knew. Thermal, it's too bright for, no, not thermal. Light intensifying. Ground lock. See? There's the tank on the road and the tank right there. I do not know if they are looking towards me. That would be very nice to know. It does look like they are enemy because they're that far out. Yeah. And I'm looking at the smoke for wind directions. This will not be easy. And I do not like the CAS 29 Limas because they are so heavy. I would rather have had a fuel tank instead of those. And perhaps instead of the cluster bombs, S8 rockets. Okay, I think that it is time to get the wingman engage. Flight, engage. Air defense.
Звено, атакуй ПВО.
One thing you need to remember when ordering the wingman to attack is if you can keep an eye on the wingman, you can also see what is shooting at him. If you just let him attack and you look in a different direction, you never know when someone is shooting at him. And you need the positions of the enemy. Therefore, do not order him to attack without eyes on him. And the standard Russian doctrine is that if, let's say, I order the wingman to attack, if I see any air defense engage him, I am authorized to engage that air defense without any further orders. I do not need permission for anything. I just dive in for the attack or report it and stay away. Fuel 2800, plenty of fuel. So let's see if wingman can see any ground targets.
Звено. Атакуй цели по возможности.
Nope, we need to move a bit further inland. So let's fly towards the waypoint. And it is most likely waypoint 5. The navigation system is on. 4, 5, yeah. How do I know that? Simply by the distance. There's 34 kilometers. So let's fly a bit further inland. Wait until the wingman reports any targets, and I will always be turning to the north over the mountains. I will not turn to the right because I will be turning into the enemy and over a relative flat land. I want to be over the mountains to be able to dodge sands and get into cover by the valleys and mountains. (1800 meters over the water. Let's take a look with the squall. Two tanks pointing that direction. It does look like. And I need to, can I get a if you look now in front of me out of the cockpit, there's a town there and there's a town up above. Those are my Those are now my reference point for the targets I just spotted. Engage air defenses. Now I need to keep an eye on my wingman. The air defenses. Wow, that was quick. Wow, that was quick. PVO is air defense in Russian. Now I know where the air defenses are. reference points are those little compounds or little villages. To the right of those, between them, on the hillside, there is at least one sand. Okay, he got one, but got killed. Yeah. Oh, not killed, but I'm sure if I order him to attack now, he will say unable, because he got hit. These 29 are just too heavy. But the air defenses, AAA we saw when I entered the area are the ones the wingman spotted. And I believe that the Vicar is have longer legs than the 29 Lima. But the 29 Lima is very good for bunkers and buildings. Reducing power. Right there. Somewhere around here. That is an enemy target. We know that for sure now. That is 20, 15, 17 kilometers. But the 29 have a bit further range. This is too dangerous. And then countermeasures continuously, slowly moving towards the mountains while still keeping the target locked. Come on, that car is gonna die. Boom! Lasers off, break into the valley. Continuous countermeasures off. Take a look if anything is shooting at us. Nope. Now we know that we can lock a target early from the coastline and be within firing range of the 29L and break off into this valley. That is very good news. No radar was logging us and nothing look like to be shooting at us. So right now I want to gain altitude, get out to the coastline and then do it all over again. It is very important not to become greedy. Always, if you know it is safe to go to the coastline and then spot the target early, lock the target early, get in within range of your missile and then fire, break off into the valley. Do that every single time until you have no targets within range. Then and only then can you move further inland. You need to be very methodical and never ever become greedy. Greedy people die. Since I have 29 Lima on the right wing, I will be heavy on my right side. Therefore I can either now maintain a constant left stick position or I can trim it out. I prefer to have a constant left stick position or force, because when I fire the missile I do not have to retrim it. I can just recenter the stick. Over the coastline, move into the same position and spot any targets. I believe I can see the smoke from the targets over there. Throttle back. Very clear. Oh yeah, that was most likely the civilian target that is burning. Those are vehicles, but hey, was ugly. There's another target. Lasers on. Lasers off. Do not let it burn out. Lasers on. Launch authorized. And countermeasures continues. Throttle back. And there is another tank to the right of this target. Come on, come on. Splash! Recenter, lasers off. And we're breaking off a bit earlier this time. Therefore, continuous countermeasures off. And we're trading speed for altitude. Stretching to my Vicar. A wonderful missile, absolutely wonderful missile. I love these missiles. Okay, now we know there is another target to the right. And I can press, I do not remember the English key for getting your score windows up, but you can see how completed the mission are. So, the Danish key for that is Ö. You will see the score is 17, and it is a plus score. So if I hit my own, it would be a minus score. One thing that is very tempting to do when shooting a Vickers is to shoot 2 or 3 Vickers in the same attack. But be careful, because suddenly you're over enemy territory, and don't forget that you need to break off and get out. And when you break off and get out, you're always at full throttle. That means heat-seeking missiles have the easiest time of catching you. And since you're breaking off in a tight turn, you have almost no energy to maneuver, and you cannot see if anything is shooting at you. So I prefer one missile at a time. Since we are so close to the base, we can always fly back and rearm and refuel. It does not take long, and we do not need much fuel for it. And I want to have a level flight. Wow. Yep, autopilot off. Right there. Huh. Did I get it? Apparently not. Getting within the Vickers Seeker head. and continuous countermeasures on, and laws. Splash. No. Target did not get killed, but I do not dare to continue my attack run. Continuous countermeasures off. If this was an ordinary training mission, I would just continue with another Vickers shot. And yes, this may seem like a very slow and boring way to fight, but this is how you survive. You can go in with cannon or bombs, but you're gonna be in a world of pain, and most likely you're gonna get shot down. And I have not seen any smoke trails from SAMs or anything. Is that target dead or what? I can't see. The new wrecks are very hard to discern from good or alive targets. There is one target that should be dead. Ah, getting too close. Continuous countermeasures. Slowly turning. Splash. Did we kill it? Yes. Good kill, good kill. Continuous countermeasures off. Score is still at 17. Yeah. Fuel 1700. Wow, that is a lot of smoke from that tank. Whoops, I forgot to start my flight clock. there is a tank that is alive and pointing towards us. So that is the next target. And continuous countermeasures on, and one victor away. Turning slowly, throttling up. Yes, good kill, good kill. And as long as I hear the flares popping off, I know a flying gun is going out. And I also have my directional infrared countermeasures on, a DSM. Fuel 1500. Now I want to take a look at the AAA. It looked like some kind of shield care, but I don't think it is, because I'm not getting pinged by radar, so it must be some ZU-23s. And I'm at the coastline.
Fuel 1500.
Roger that. Full throttle. Maintaining speed. And the AAA was between those two villages and on the hillside. So let's throttle almost all off. It's very hard to see. And I need to make sure that I'm not flying into the ground. Yeah. That vehicle is dead. This is a very dangerous situation, because I'm looking at the screen and I'm not looking out, and I do not get any warning if AAA or SAMS is shooting at me. So it is a very dangerous situation. And I know that my break-off point is the valley at the mountains. If I break off around that, I will be relatively safe. Full throttle. No countermeasures. This time I'm trying to get some altitude and fly a bit further in. If I get fired upon, I will dive to the left towards these mountains, and I want some altitude so I have a bit more warning time. back out to the coast, get some altitude. Right now I'm at 1900 meters. Damn mosquitoes. It is mosquito season version 2 in Denmark. Mosquito season is around May, June, and then now in September. So yeah. Oh, my windows is not closed. Oh, I'll be hunting mosquitoes all night. Well, fuel 1200, bit more altitude. I believe that I will be relatively safe from AAA at this altitude, but not from SAMs or manpads. A level flight. Too high speed. Slowing down. Wow, a lot of targets spotted. No, that is perhaps mine. No, that is not mine, because I know they're further toward the enemy's rear than the targets I just shot at. So I have found my next victim. It is to the left of the compound. I just shot at left and a bit further out. Continuous countermeasures. Victors away. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1. Impact. Good kill, good kill. Lasers off, recenter squall. Diving into the valley. Fuel 1100. Okay, I do not need that much altitude now, because I know where there is a row of target. Therefore I can focus on them and then slowly and methodically move forward, or move further into the enemy rear. And I'm trading speed for altitude here. $15, $16, $17, $18, $19, and 2,000 meters. Slowly leveling out, throttle a bit back, out over the coast, reacquiring the target I just killed. I guess I can use the smoke from that. Or if not, I know where to look. That is why it is very important always to find some reference point, like those two villages or compounds or whatever you want to call them. That means that I can turn around and then almost immediately put my squall in the near vicinity of the target each and every time. Therefore I'm not wasting time, I'm not wasting fuel, and I'm not wasting altitude. I'm much more effective due to those two simple reference points. And yes, I know it's a long video, but that is just how it is. I have the village or town, whatever you want to call it, and to the left of that and a bit further back. There you are. Whoop. Zoom in. Is that a dead target? I do not know. Let's get some altitude. This is 13 kilometers. That is a very much alive target. Altitude is good. Slowly diving at the target. Speed 500. Fuel 1000. Continuous countermeasures on. Squall loss. And I need to have my eyes on this valley. Slowly turning. Splash. Yes. Good kill, good kill. And the flares are still popping. And continuous countermeasures off. Do I have enough fuel for another run? No, I won't gamble. We're doing great right now, so don't spoil it. Don't become greedy. So, navigation, mode to return, and auto. Just a full throttle. The higher we are, the more fuel we're saving. So you can actually save fuel by going full throttle high up, because the fuel you save when you're up there is often more than the fuel you used to get up there. And with the code we can turn off the DSM, and because of those two reference points, I now know when I'm coming back from a re-arm and refuel where to look. It is so important to have those simple reference points. And let's call back to base, Sochiatla inbound.
Сочи, 105-й, возврат.
105. Сочи. Следуйте курсом 277. Удаление 4-0. Давление 757,46. Посадочный 0,6. Занимайте высоту круга.
Fuel 800.
Okay, runway 06, that means we are pointing inland, and that means from our return point we can do a straight in landing. We do not need to do a go around or come in from the land. We can just go straight in from our return point. And now we are diving on down to 1800, throttle all the way back, prepare to do air brakes, a speed brake, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, let's do a speed brake right now. Lift it out, right it is out, and don't forget that we're pretty heavy with all the weapons we have. We can dump the weapon, but since our fuel is so low, I don't think it is necessary. Our braking distance will be a bit further because of our increased weight, but yeah. Speed brake in, a bit throttle. And ATC said to fly 277, and we're flying 277 or 275.5. That way we know we are heading for the correct return point. and I would more than happy land with plenty of fuel than doing another attack run and then praying that we have enough fuel. So yeah, there is our airport, Sochi Adler. So nice to have an airport so close to the fighting.
1.05. Работайте с посадкой.
Contact tower, request landing.
Сочи, 105. Разрешите посадку.
And because DCS is DCS, we will not get any landing permission right now until we are 2 kilometers from the runway threshold. Therefore, I will not ask, or I will not land due to lack of landing clearance, because DCS is DCS. Our angle of attack is a bit high because our speed is a bit low, so increase the speed, we are lowering our angle of attack. Now we're descending to 1000 meters. Always keep an eye on our base or airfield. And as I said, the first episode is very commentary heavy. Until you understand why I do things. Then the further we go in campaign, I believe that I will have less and less commentary, but still have commentary. And I forgot my mirrors. They are pretty nice to notify you of exploding man pads behind you and AAAs. So yeah. 14 kilometers, coming straight in. Now we will need to watch our speed because the Su-25 is very heavy at, very happy, but at gliding. So we will lose speed slowly. I'm saying here I'm going full throttle, almost full throttle. That was a bit wide turn. And no, I do not trust the autopilot or automatic flight control. I always have a hand on the stick and on the disengaged autopilot or automatic flight control, AFC. Yeah.
Bingo fuel.
Yes. Disengaging AFC. Retrimming. Flying manual. Trimming nose down. Gear out to help lose speed. We need to slow down a lot, down to 290. Preparing the back chute, flaps one step. Bit off. Due to me fumbling with the sticks.
1.05. Сочи. Проверьте угол шасси. Ветер у земли 1.80. Скорость 8 метров в секунду. Посадочный 0.6.
Wow, there's very strong wind. Full flaps. Wow. 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 Very strong wind. Very rough landing. Aero braking. Speed below 200. Speed brake or brake shoot. Wow, that was a very bad landing. Stop air braking. Flaps and all that.
1:05. Заруливайте на стоянку.
I can park over here, or taxi over here, rearm, refuel, and taxi down to the other end. And losing brake shoes. Now, cannot be up. Yeah. Master warning reset. Audible warning reset. It is. What is it? Not that one. It is. What? No. Come on. That is the completely wrong name for that. Thank you. Engines off. And when the engine has spooled down, I can rearm and refuel. Ground crew. And we want let's go for some what's it called? R60s, yeah. Fuel tank and Vickers. Thank you. And some let's just go for S8 heat frac. That is that. Yeah. And the engine has spooled down.
Дозаправка по плану. Перезарядка по плану. Прием.
Now just need to make sure that the fuel tank drop or external fuel tanks X jettison fuel tanks. And I need to be that key. Yes. And they're refueling. In the meantime, while waiting here, I either go to the bathroom or fill up my water or something. I can take a look at the what's called the knee pad and get an idea of where those targets were, how close to target point 1 and 2 I am. I'm afraid that I need to do it methodically, because as you all know, and as you saw in the briefing, the intelligence said no air defenses, but as you saw, air defenses. That is typical intelligence, or lack of. Navigation, we need to set to waypoint 1. No, we can set it directly to waypoint 4. Yes, waypoint 4. Considering there's a war going on, there's not much activity and no radio chat or anything. This is just typical Eagle Dynamics Flaming Cliff modules and campaigns. It is just so scraped and so bare. It is just sad. Yeah. Fuel is almost done. I'm gonna start up and taxi out that way down to the end of the runway and then move out. And I was landing at 06, so add 100 degrees or subtract 100 degrees. That means I'm gonna take off 240.
Командир, борт заправлен.
Now they're gonna rearm. First they're gonna strip all the munitions, and then they're gonna mount the new one, including fuel tanks. Yeah. And did you know, if you look at the fins on the nose on the fuel tanks, the reason why they're angled a bit down is that to help detach the fuel tank from the plane, because tests were made where they did not have those fins,
Командир, оружие подвешено.
or there wasn't angle enough. The tank flipped up and over the wing. So yeah, and that also happens for I believe the Tornado, when they did the trial for that, and for some US planes also. So everything is done. Start up. It looks all right. And no, I did not pick jammers because the SAM or radar threat is not that great. So I would rather carry something that can kill than something that can't. See, 5,000 kilograms of fuel. And no, it is not liters, it is kilograms. ADC Sochiatli, request startup.
Сочи, 105. Запуск.
1:05. Сочи. Запуск разрешаю. Ветер у земли 180. Скорость 8 метров в
the wind is more than 8 meters per second. Request taxi to runway.
Сочи, 105, руление.
Один, 05, Сочи. Разрешаю руление на полосу 2-4.
It's very important not to turn too tight because the wheel base is very narrow on the Su-25 and the Su-25T. So don't turn too fast. And full flaps. And wheel flaps. And full flaps. And I need to point to 4.
Сочи, 105, взлет.
Ah. Huh. Ah. See, it is very good that I checked that if whether or not I was pointing at 2-4 because I was not, and I just realized that this is a weird runway. It is the next one. As I came in, I saw that there is that weird almost never used runway that always confuses everyone. So it is the next one. It is also therefore I did not get permission to take off because I was actually not at 2-4. 2-4 is almost directly to my right now, and that looks very much like the runway ahead. Therefore, always make sure you are pointing in the right direction. And it says 2-4 on the runway.
Сочи, 105, взлет.
1-05.
Oh,
Сочи.
yes.
Взлет по готовности. Отход по схеме на 300. По давлению 757,46.
Canopy close.
1-05. Взлет запрещаю.
Yeah, that is too late.
1-05. Сочи. Взлет по готовности. Отход по схеме на 300. По давлению 757,46.
The nose is pulling to the left because that is where the wind is coming from. .250, pulling back on the stick. See, she is immediately pulling to the left because that is where the wind is coming from. Gear up, maneuver flaps. Flaps full up. And automatic flight. Wait. Sometimes the system can roll over so hard that it disengages the automatic flight control without telling you. So you need to be very careful. And right now I can use full throttle because I have plenty of fuel. 4,750 kilograms of fuel. And everything is okay. I do not need to set up anything. It is just air to ground mode and turn on a squall, find my reference point and kill the next target. Speed is 620 and compressibility, throttle back. Waiting for the flight control to get us into the or onto the route. That will hopefully soon happen. Yeah, manual flight. And throttle back, level flight. Oh, not that again. Sometimes when you hit the automatic flight at the wrong point, the system have a mental breakdown because the stick is moving full left, full right, full left, full right, and so on. So yeah. Air to ground mode, EO, and vector. And I should drop my fuel tanks before entering battle or entering combat. I should do it, but yeah. Height is 1800, that is good. Trying to pick up my reference point. I have spotted my reference point. Now I need to put the marker to the left of that and a bit further out. And the SPO radar warning receiver is on, no radar. And I'm turning in. Throttle a bit back. Find my reference point. Throttle a bit back. Ground stabilize. Throttling back. Counting targets. finding targets. I have a target right there. You will be my first kill. 15 kilometers out. Turning on DSM. Trimming. Ten kilometers out. Eight. Continuous countermeasures. Launch. Found my valley. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Splash. Nice, good kill, good kill. Lasers off. And just because they didn't shoot you at you before, don't expect that they won't shoot at you now. CM off, CF continues off, then head out to the coast. Let's see. Score 96, result 15. So I have edged closer to the area. When I have killed all the combat vehicles, I can actually move further to the waypoint. Trucks and soft-skin vehicles don't shoot at me. Well, the APCs does, but yeah. When I'm moving further inland, I will drop my tanks because I do not want them to explode. And I can turn right now. I have a good reference point and I have plenty of distance to the target, so I do not need to get all the way to the coastline. This is fine, and I've seen smoke from the kill before. I therefore have my reference point. That is dead. That is dead. There's one target. Whoops. CM continues. Vicar away. And there's two more tanks further back. Slowly turning. Splash. Good kill, good kill. Lasers off, resend a squall. CM continues off. Yeah, 111 scores, 35%. So yeah, I gained some more completion with that kill. And we are still draining our fuel tanks. They're still not empty. That is also 800 liter per tank. So yeah, pretty good amount. And yes, it is very tempting to kill 2 targets in one run, but then you're becoming greedy, and greedy people die. See the smoke from the 2 kills, good reference point. New target is a few hundred meters further out, directly behind them. Throttle all the way back. There they are. Not easy to spot. Got them. Almost 10 kilometers out. 10 kilometers out. CM continuous. Vicar. Slowly moving to the left. Splash. Yes, good kill, good kill. Lasers off. Resender. Squall. CM continues off, and please note how closer we are. For each run we are getting closer and closer to that valley wall. At some point we'll be that further out towards the enemy that I cannot turn into that valley, and I need to be a bit higher. That means I need to start higher at the coast, perhaps 700 meters higher, to have a continuous glide down toward the target and still have enough altitude to get over that mountain. $4,000 kilograms of fuel left. As far as I could see, there is one more tank to the right of the tank we just shot at. Yeah, good reference point, 3 dots of smoke. New target is to the right of the first back single smoke. See how easy it is when you have your reference point. Just roll in, put your paper in the general area, and then fine tune in. Whoop. Oh, it moved. These are all soft-skin trucks. Yeah, that is a APC. You can have a, you can get a Vicar. See how dangerous it is to looking down. CM continues on. Because remembering the altitude is 2000, that is the minimum, I would say, for that. If I need to brake left, good kill, resender. and those fuel tanks is almost empty. CM continues off, and now I will try to move a bit further inland. I want to be at 2500 meters, so I have some altitude to trade with if I need to evade the air defenses, and I need to evade to the left. Therefore, full throttle and trade speed for altitude. Let's see how many we killed. 131, 35% complete. At 2,300 meters, practical no cloud cover, so we can actually go higher. And slowly moving in, and I need to reference my map. We are very close to the target point where we need to reconnoiter, but not quite. Use that bend in the road for a reference point. Let's turn left, turn into the target. Altitude is 2700 meters. And pointing nose down, ground stabilize, level flight. There is a target right there. We need to descend. Watching my escape valley. CM continuous. Vicar away. Watching my escape valley, turning slowly to the left. Splash. No kill, no kill. Resend a laser or squall. Fuel is empty. Let's drop them right now. Nothing was shooting at us. CM continues off. I feel pretty comfortable at loitering here. Use this as my return spot. And that bend in the road where the tree line is following the road, that is where the target was. Let's try it again. Nope. Too dangerous. Huh. I wonder if I can use this spot for my return spot. It's too far down or behind the target. Whoops. That rope bend and where the two main roads meet. Road bend and two main road meet. It is on the other side of that town, it looked like. There's one main road. That's the river. So where the road crosses the river. Ah, okay, yeah. I know where it is now. Nice. Let's go for a rocket run on those trucks. Fuel is okay. Altitude is fine, 2500. See, at the reference point, there's the big village or the big compound. They have some storage building, white buildings. They are very visible. They are really good at their reference point, or for reference point. Huh. Lasers on. Four kilometers away. Taking fire. at altitude less than 1 kilometers. Yeah, so I know do not descend below 1 kilometer. Yeah, and I missed because I wasn't perfectly lined up. The enemy distracted me. How rude. I wonder what it was that was shooting at me. My throat is gonna get sore from all the commentary. It was a target before the furthest away reference point, a bit to the right of my flight path. And it does not look like it was AAA, it just looked like it was some DOS car. Continuous. Lasers off, resender. Continuous countermeasures off. I would really like to have a terrain reference point for my waypoint 5, which is the first point in the designated reconnaissance area. So, where the two main roads meet, and they meet where they cross the river. I have the main road, I have the river. Wow! There's a lot of targets out there. Oh my god. This is gonna be a long day. Let's do a right turn and then go for those targets. I need to come in from this side because otherwise the target was hidden from view. I need to get my reference points. I have the runway out there, reference point. Come on, targets. There. Bend in the road. 3, I have 4 buildings, bunker-like buildings, storage buildings. Yes. Yes, I have eyes on the 4 bunker-like, storage-like buildings. Therefore, I have now established my reference point. Right there. Oh, almost spot on. That is some command. I'm looking for a target with lots of antennas on it. I do not have that in this bunch, therefore you will die. Command vehicles always have lots of antennas on it. So yeah, if you see a vehicle with plenty of antennas or a vehicle in the middle of a circle, go for that. Splash. Lasers off, vision a squall, break off. Continuous off, and I think I'm out of continuous flares. Changing speed for altitude. Now I have a additional reference point, and that is smoke from that vehicle. I have 7 vehicles left. No, sorry, 9 vehicles left. I can stay here for a very long time. I have 2,700 kilograms of fuel. And as far as I know, nothing shot back at me. And leveling off, getting reference point, rolling in. Right there, cluster of vehicles over there. No one with visible many antennas on it, so yeah. Ten kilometers away. Target lock. CM continuous, just for comfort. Vehicles away. Slowly moving, turning to the left. Splash. Good splash. Lasers off. Don't turn too tight. You can hear the countermeasures are popping, but I can't see any countermeasures coming out. So yeah, it could just be the sound I'm hearing. Let's see. Still only 35%. I know that I've been over waypoint 5, target point 1. Fuel 2600. So yeah, this kind of flying may seem boring, but this is how I complete missions. This is how I stay alive. And there are so many things you need to do: reference point, altitude, speed, range, distance. There's so many things you need to do to complete your missions and to survive. Throttling back. Therefore, after a mission like this, I am tired. I'm just mentally drained. And I could do a right turn, but no, I won't. I'm keep doing the left turn because I know it works. Splash. Don't pull too hard. Well, my score is going up, but the results are not. I have 7 vehicles left. 2,500 kilograms of fuel, so roughly 100 kilograms of fuel per pass. So in theory, I should only be using, let's say, 800. Reference point, white building, smoke. That vehicle looks important. It is armored. Slowly turn to the left. Splash, good kill. And no, I do not know if the mission is bugged because the score ain't going up, but I keep killing. So reference point, white building, smoke. And we have now officially hit the 2-hour mark. Still only 35%. I wonder. $2,000 kilograms of fuel left. One vehicle left. I believe there's one truck left over there at the target area. Yeah. If the mission is bugged, I do not know. One truck left. The scores are going up, but the percentage is not. I have a feeling that the completion criteria is bugged. Because Those targets are roughly at target point 2, waypoint 6. You know what? I'm gonna head back to base. Because I believe that the mission is bugged. Do we have a mission name? Air tasking order. Let's write that down. ATO Alpha 03.4. So Alpha 03.4, that is the actual mission name. If I complete the mission and the next mission is not called that, I do believe that the mission is, let's say, complete. If the next mission is called exactly that, I do not know what to do. Would you allow me to skip that mission? I would allow myself to do that, but DSM off. Contact ATC. Sochi, Atlas.
Сочи, 105. Возврат.
105. Сочи. Следуйте курсом 280. Удаление 35. Давление 757,46. Посадочный 06. Занимайте высоту круга.
Okay, the same runway, and I need to line up on the runway further to the right because I was pushed out to the left. And when I hit the return point, I will fly manually. See,
105. Работайте с посадкой.
See that small bit of runway? That was the runway I was mentioning when I was lined up on the wrong runway. Autopilot off. Going to landing mode. "13 kilometers out. Need to stay a bit more to the right. Throttling back. Deploying gear. Maneuver flaps. Preparing a brake chute. Full flaps. Throttling up. Need to move a bit more to the right using rudder pedals to line up. More speed.
1.05. Сочи. Проверьте угол шасси. Ветер у земли 1.80. Скорость 8 метров в секунду. Посадочный 0.6.
Wow. Inner marker. Speed brake. That wind is really pushing me hard. Deploying brake chute. I tried to land with my right wing down because the wind is coming from the right. Therefore, to avoid flipping over, you need to land with the wind side.
1.05. Заруливайте на стоянку.
With the wind side wing down. Flaps up, speed brake in, brake chute off, canopy open. And the score, 35%. I don't know how to do this. I consider this mission completed. Wait a minute. Oh. Huh. Hydraulic pressure. Huh. No warnings. Weird. Huh. That was 2 hours in the Su-25G. That was some nice flying. I used a lot of tactics, a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge. I love flying like this, where everything comes together. Knowledge, experience, the weapons, your systems, everything. Let's see, 35% still. This mission is completed. Quit. Let's see what the main, 35%. So many kills with the Vicar. I just love that missile. So, first mission, 35%. Let's do end mission. Failed. But the next mission is called Alpha 02.1. Yeah, but next mission will be something different. Let's take a look. Yes, a different mission. So, okay. So next, it kind of was completed. I just failed my objective, but yeah, depending on how you look at it. But many thank you for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed flying like this, because this is how the campaign will go. I will not comment as much in the next mission, because now you know my thought process. I will come with little snips of commentary to save my throat, and because that is how I would like it to be. Yeah, 21 air-to-ground kills. So yeah, but thank you for watching, and I truly hope that you enjoyed the mission. No, I can stop recording now. I have to quit DCS before I can do that. So, yeah.